Shazam! Sorry for the delay. I had some camera hiccups. We're going to finish the Ghostbusters car tonight. Here we go. And let's see. And then we'll do new bricks tomorrow night. Hey, David. Shazam. We had the AC off when we were cooking, and we had the door open. And then I forgot to turn it back on, so it got super hot in here. I was just chilling. I'm not even kidding. I spent the last 3 hours cleaning apps off my phone. Stuff I haven't touched in 19 months. It's like, you know what? I really need to remove a bunch of stuff. My rule generally is if you haven't touched something in a year, get rid of it. I do the same thing with stuff around the house. If you haven't touched it in a year, there's a really good chance you're not going to touch it. Just dump my trays out. These are really cool trays. I use them for everything. I got 40 trays for like 10 or 11 bucks Canadian a couple of years back, and I just love them. They're actually biodegradable. They're based on some corn. They smell sweet. I dread the day they get wet because I'm pretty sure it's game over. Good evening, anonymous Facebook user. Unless you get permission, we don't get your name. So generally, I don't put your stuff up. Let's see. Lego Minion sets. I have one that I know of for sure, which I'll actually be building in the next month or two. It's where you can build one of the two minions. And they open up, and it's like a little place inside or something. So that's in the near future. We finished last night about halfway through. Hobby Hooligan, Mr. Kevin Creamer, and Mega Dan Branco joined me, which, you know, slowed me down, but we had a lot of fun, so I was quite okay with that. Ooh. Did I not finish that? Maybe I did not, or I did. Okay, finished. Just catching up on where I am. Tell wifey not to get dried flowers. Why? I'm pretty sure we got dried flowers. That was an awesome looking set. What was your first Lego set you build in your live stream? Oh, couldn't tell you. You just literally have to go back in my archive. It's all up there. I guarantee you it was a Lego Star Wars set. But beyond that, couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. I mean, there's probably 100 to 200 Lego Star Wars sets in my live stream archives. Like, it's a lot. Star Wars still makes up a huge percentage of my collection. Like, I'm not upset about that or anything, but my interest has changed just because, you know, you could only build so many gray spaceships, and so many of them are gray. Wanted to throw it across the wall. Oh. So you were the nameless Facebook user. So it frustrated you, huh? It's such a great looking set. And she definitely hasn't done too much in the way of advanced builds. So if it's really tricky, I could see her getting frustrated. I mean, there's still a flower set she's only partially done. It's one of the micro bricks. And it's very frustrating that in the end, it's probably going to be me that will continue it because I don't see her picking it up. That's my gut feeling anyway. Haven't finished it. It's worse than the bonsai tree. Oh, I see. I thought the bonsai tree looked so good, but I didn't get to build it. She did. And I refused for that one, I refused to buy another one. So I just never got around to it. And I thought I would break it down and build it with the other color option, but it's like, nah. Can't be bothered. I said I'm going to do a lot of things, and a lot I don't move forward with. Time, enthusiasm definitely changes. Every time you touch it, something falls off. Okay. So it definitely sounds like it's one of those builds where if you build it, don't move it, don't breathe on it. That's too bad. I mean, it's absolutely a display piece. I mean, that's what it's intended to be, but yeah, I can see that being really frustrating. The ladies are, I'm literally tracking them. So they're over at the mall dyeing their hair together. A little ladies' day out. The missus is dyeing the grays out, and the little one, I'm not sure what she's going to do. I'm kind of scared. I pretty much let her do what she wants now. She's 19. I just said, please don't come home with any more holes in your body. That's all I ask as a father. You know, any damage you do, make sure it's, you know, something that'll grow out or is reversible. I want to say hi to everyone watching on Kick, Twitter. Oh, God. I'm still going to be calling it Twitter for a long time. X, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm also broadcasting to the Facebook Lego group, which some like it, some don't. Ooh, okay, some finicky building technique there. I could see this is going to be one of those you touch it and it falls apart kind of things. Like, yeah. Chad is giving me grief. You keep getting an error. Ooh, really? That's interesting. I wonder if I see it if I go in. Let's see. Okay, we don't want that. Don't. No audio. Let's go in. So I'm not seeing the error. So I guess that's good news, kind of. And you really, I wonder if there's a thing happening with YouTube. I don't see any issue. All your comments are coming up in my dashboard and in the chat for me visually fine. I'm not seeing any weirdness, like duplicated. That's something I used to see sometimes was duplicated messages. So consider it a momentary hiccup, I would imagine. I know the YouTube backbone had a rollout for a date. Usually that stuff's kind of transparent and no one really notices one way or the other. I type it and then it won't let it go through. Okay, so all I could recommend there is if you're using a browser, close it out, open it up completely clean and fresh and see if that clears up the hiccup. Because that seems to be something I see after an update where there's mismatched versions of YouTube talking. You know, it's that old, reboot your PC bullshit. A long time ago, you were building Transformers and your net cut off. Yeah, well, so with StreamYards and the StreamYards node was having lots of issues. And I can't say with 100% certainty that was the issue. StreamYard support suggested that it was. So I tend to lean that way. But even they weren't 100% sure. I have made some changes to minimize some of those issues. But short of using two separate PCs to spread out my cameras to make sure nothing can all go out at once, and then using a secondary internet source to make sure that's not an issue. Things happen. What can you do? I do run a more extreme setup than some people by having 4 cameras, so I do set myself up for a certain amount of headaches and failure potential. There's not many guys who run more than 1 camera. And it wasn't that long ago, because it still terrorizes me. Before I came on, I had to make sure I turned 2 things off on the computer to make sure I wouldn't run anything I don't actually need. And what I did was I actually turned off extra radios on the computer. Phineas and Ferb, I haven't watched it in forever. Of course, it was reruns and stuff, but it was an okay cartoon. I've got a shirt somewhere. I know I have a shirt somewhere. Because I very intentionally bought a t-shirt, I want to say at Walmart, but it's also possible I ordered it from China, because maybe a third of my shirts come from China. You guys can't see most of what I'm adding on right now, unfortunately. Oh, did I need a 1x2? Did. Okay. I'm hoping none of these stickers are going to cross elements, but I suspect some might. Most mock guys don't care. And it's general Lego policy to not do that anymore. So, even though sometimes I might prefer it. There's a Lego head that looks like Herb's head. Really? Dude, I couldn't even imagine which one. I couldn't even imagine. Would it be the Sesame Street set with Bert? I can't remember if I've still got that to build or if Wifey built it. I do have it in the collection. There we go. So that's what we added. So it's coming along. Oh, the humidity went up. I shouldn't have left the AC off for so long. The intention is to finish this build tonight, play some Diablo. I don't think I'll do another build tonight. And then tomorrow evening, we'll do new bricks. How are we doing here? Get away with a little bit of that. It's something like a Muppet Show. Okay. Not the biggest figure collector, and definitely wouldn't notice a lot of details anymore. I'm decent with some of the Star Wars figs, but even then, when my interest waned, so did the attention to detail. See that light on my left? Okay, yep. Yep. Yeah, that's got like 100 LEDs. Pretty bright, eh? I've got a bunch of them floating around here. One there, one here, and another one there. You probably see it in the bottom camera view. There's the, it's hard to point with my finger because I'm looking at the screen. The great little cameras really, or lights, sorry, really bright. So what about that light? A red tile. No, I can't because that light is providing light that I need. I need that to see here. Actually, you see where my hand is on the table? That light is very important to giving me. Well, the everything about this light is adjustable, so I'll play with it for a moment. This is a combination of toys that I've added together. So here, what we'll do is just for giggles. Okay, so watch this. This is all super cool. Everything here is modular and transportable. So I got connecting notches here. So I can do this. I can have it so I can even put a camera on there and make it, you know, like a selfie stick kind of situation. What else have I got going? That's fully detachable at that point. I've also got, by the way, one of my filters disappeared, so I just used some wax paper. Adjustable here. So let me put that back on here for height. Really cool. Neck joint here, twist knob here. So I've got a lot of options with my stuff. Very intentionally. Oop, oop. It's just a rubber grippy. And then actually, if I do this, usually it's more at that angle. And I put the mic a little higher. It still grabs the audio I need it to. Oh. That's a good question because I'm looking literally at the Brick Botanicals puzzle. It is front and center up on this particular shelf. And the reason I keep looking at it is because it's got two Lego sets I still haven't done any photography for. The newest Lego UCS X-Wing that's been sitting there, and a set behind it, and I can't remember what's behind it. And I need to get those into my inventory. Feels like one of my lights is off. That's the problem with the headshot camera. It's not a great camera. And it really seems like its lighting levels are a bit off. Now that I'm checking this out, that's interesting. Could be the camera's aging or the CMOS sensor. Where did I get the light? So the square lights were square lights Amazon? Square lights were Amazon. Square lights were Amazon. The stands, I can't remember if they were Amazon or it actually was probably the same kit now that I think about it. A lot of the stuff I had is cobbled together from parts and stuff from over the last couple of years, different light kits, different stuff. But actually, so those square lights and those stands were probably together, I want to say. There's a few things I got from Ali over the years, but I'll tell you the truth. I think stuff from Amazon is the stuff I'm still using. I tried Eileen. I tried watching some 72-hour stream stuff. I just can't. Like I sat for 5 minutes. I watched one. I watched Greg on London Bridge Bricks. I watched a bunch of others. Like, I really dislike some streams that I clicked on where people weren't really building. It's like people are looking at the different streams for different reasons, and I get that. Just not my cup of tea. It's like I don't generally take it personally when someone stops, checking out my streams because like don't got time to watch everyone that you like. Now, if they stop following or something, that's a little different. Oh, look. That is so cool. A little opening door. What will you do if someone gets your Lego set off your shelf and open your Lego sets? Well, they would die, for one, and no one would ever touch my stuff. My wife and daughter don't even come near my stuff. If a package comes, there's an area they put it, and they don't go near it again. And if they see the cat go near it, they shoo off the cat. Like, you don't mess with my stuff. I can't either, especially if there's a whole bunch of people on the stream. Yeah, and that's another thing too. When there's too many, then there's no conversation flow. People are talking over each other too much. No direction. People are competing. Say, if I get one person on, that's a good thing. If I get two on and everyone's happy, then that's great. Some people aren't happy and they get pissed off because the second person come on. So I'll put them in timeout and say, well, don't come on so much, or don't sit on the stream so much, or if you're not talking, don't be upset that I'm focusing on the guy who will talk, because that's happened funny. So, and don't be upset if I'm talking to someone I've known for like, people get upset sometimes. Like, I'll focus when you're on because, well, you've been hanging around forever. You deserve some attention. And some people have only been around for a cup of coffee, so it's like, they shouldn't be upset that they're not the center of my attention. Okay, I am searching for one part that's bothering me. There it is. Okay. Maybe it was on the stream, so I kept my mouth shut today. Just easier. Oh, Mayo. Oh, yeah. He was on one or two of the streams, and what killed me, and I wasn't even listening, but he was sitting there, laying down in his bed, doing nothing. I assume he had a laptop on his stomach or lower, just because of the unprofessional angle everything was at. And it's like, why are you on the stream if you're that tired you can't even sit your ass up? You're not like physically injured or crippled or something. I'm old with X number of issues, and I will sit up for you guys. I will put on a shirt. I will wash, I don't necessarily shave because, hey, I like to let the scruff grow out until it bothers me, but some sort of minimum standards, No one wants to see me lying down on the bed or a couch doing nothing. You say they will die after this? Anyone who messes with my stuff is risking their life. Anyone who touches anyone's stuff risks their life. They should not go out of their way to touch somebody's stuff. That is just really good advice. I recommend nobody mess around with someone else's stuff without permission. You deserve what you get. Not just about opening a Lego set. Anything. Don't touch my stuff. I don't touch someone else's stuff. Unless it's also mine. I am the king of my household. Respect my position or get out. Okay, so that's closed. Interesting. I'm pretty sure you don't want anyone touching your stuff. If everyone respects everyone's boundaries, there's no issues. Fortunately, my daughter, for example, was taught respect very young. She's probably one of the most respectful people I've ever met. My wife does her earnest best to be very respectful as well of everyone and everything. Tell the queen that, yeah. When the queen comes home, queen's the ruler. And she knows it. That's okay. She deserves it. The queen has earned my respect. Oh yeah, put some pieces together as part of a little mini build session that we were doing last night, testing a theory on how certain parts could go together and make something cool. But that was a Kevin idea. Yeah, see, no one likes when the younger, older brothers and sisters touch the stuff, and it's like, I mean, if there's a rule about sharing stuff, then that can't be helped. But if something is specifically yours, then yeah, absolutely. Boundaries should be respected. It's very important. In certain households, it's really hard, depending on how you're brought up and how many siblings you got and the financial status and how much space you've got. That's actually really an important one. Sometimes it's hard to respect certain boundaries when there's no space to do so. Yeah, Eileen, do tell. What would happen if someone touched your brick sets or maybe some fine china you might have on display or some other collectible or personal keepsake that is, in a spot and should always be in that spot and shouldn't be moved for any reason. It's like I got friends who have keys to my place. They're welcome to come and go. They've earned that. But even they know don't mess with this, right? I know when something's out of place. I actually got something, I call it the kitty cam, and it's aimed at the setup. I've been tempted to use it as part of my streaming setup, but I'd have to run a different set of extensions to make that work, and it'd be a kind of a pain. And I run it so that I can see if the cat has messed anything up when I'm away at work. The only problem is I have to have a good power supply to keep it going, and if power is sketchy here, sometimes it doesn't stay up. No one dares touch my stuff unless I get permission. Greg knows not to touch anything in the tea room or the bedroom. There you go. See. Now, see, there you go. Shared bedroom. I touch nothing except for what's in my 2 dressers. I don't even go in the closet, to tell you the truth. But that's mostly because I'm afraid of what she's done with the closets. I have 2 closets in the bedroom. It's much better now that I've allocated storage in my storage units for some of the household stuff. But it used to be quite scary if you open a closet. We're not talking hoarder level stuff because the apartment's fine. But the closets were definitely scary. They were max packed once upon a time. I actually got hit in the nose by the closet because when I just touched a knob, it was enough to. There was so much back pressure against the closet with some stuff leaning on it, like popped me in the nose. That was not fun. But the like my wife's got the long dresser. I don't touch anything on there. And I got a 6-foot tall filing cabinet. My wife goes into the 2 bottom drawers. She doesn't go into the 3 upper drawers. 2 bottom drawers have family filings, photographs, family heirlooms, kind of stuff like that, because the cabinet doubles as a fire safe, and it's relatively fire resistant. But yeah, she doesn't go to the top, and I generally don't go into the bottom. I don't have a lot of reason to. So yeah, I mean, respect. Give it, you get it. My 1x3. Like if a robber breaks in your house, either Rick or Mama Legos, and a robber destroys all your Lego, how would you react, you guys? Well, number one, this is just stuff. It's just stuff. Okay. Like, I'll stress out about stuff being shipped to me because I've paid money, but ultimately it's just stuff. And stuff can be replaced. And it's not more important than my family or me or having a roof over my head or anything. So, plus I'm insured. And, I've got a rider on my insurance policy to cover a lot of stuff here. And I have photographic documentation, video documentation. That's one reason you see me put a lot of stuff on New Bricks. And I can document everything I have. But this is all just stuff. Remember that. It all comes, it all goes. You can't take it with you when you die. Oh my gosh, he's talking about the destroyers. Yeah. I'll put those up so everyone on all services see it. David, I had a 4 and 6-year-old that use to destroy 20 sets every time they visit, and I would just rebuild. Yeah. See, Mama Lego, Eileen didn't have to buy Lego as much as some people would to stay busy with Lego, because she just had to have the little destroyers come over, and then she'd have 2 weeks of the rebuild stuff. I can laugh about it, but I'm sure she cursed. I'm sure she cursed sometimes. You know, I feel bad for. I've only dropped 2 or 3 sets ever. And one of them was that really horrible Gundam set that wasn't Lego. It was like a micro block. And I can never be 100% sure I've got all the parts, and someday I'll rebuild it. I don't even know if it's in the house or in storage now. I got a feeling I would have put it in storage. I know the empty box is still here because I saw it recently. I really should rebuild it, but it was such a pain in the bloody arse. Like it was not fun. Those bricks are okay when you're building a straight up build, but that was when I was trying to build a robot with a little bit of articulation, and it was horrible, those bricks. Let's see. It was fun to watch them take it apart and listen to their stories as they did it. Oh, yeah. Hey, you know, kids being kids. It's all bricks. I mean, one of the things that make this a great toy is that generally, if it drops, you can fix it. The only problem is if parts scatter and you don't know where the parts are. And if you don't have extra, then it becomes all of a sudden a really cool toy becomes a crappy toy. Like buying a kid just one Lego set and only one Lego set. I mean, you want to test the waters. So that's where buying one comes in. But if it's very clear that they're going to take to it and it's something that can be afforded by the family, that's something like people forget that you have to figure out, is this something you guys can pursue and continue to do with, or will there be strict limitations of, I'll only buy 1 set a year or 2 sets a year, or only a certain thing that gets released? I mean, this can be a cool toy to collect and build, or a very frustrating toy. Generally, I like building because it reduces some of my frustration and stress, but then you get like some of these non-Lego ones that I build, and they can be just nightmares. Like here, I've just popped a piece that I have no real good way of putting back in. So we're going to see if I can cheat it in. Oh, you son of a gun, don't drop. Nice thing about setup is my setup, it's very hard for stuff to hit the floor, but doesn't mean it's impossible. Come on. Trying to get the right angle to push that back in. Ah. Okay. I really don't care. I just want that pushed back in. The stupid little joystick piece now. Okay, it's in. It's in. Yeah, you left a few sets out in BC for them, right? And that's a nice little present for them. Did they get it all built yet? I was watching a little bit of, I think, JB Awesome's live stream. Well, his recorded one. He was wearing his Boba Fett helmet. I guess that's a gimmick he would like to use, and that's fine. More than one Lego YouTuber over the years has put a mask on. I even thought about it, but when someone had basically asked me, how come we don't see you? And it's like, well, I wasn't intentionally hiding, but I only had one camera at the time. And it's like, okay, well, I'll just, not a big deal to put myself on. We did a day of building, and I left them with their new minifigures that I got in Edmonton. Nice. Yeah, when you were with T-Mark, if memory serves. So I'm just duplicating what I did on the other side here. That's all we're doing now. Okay. Camera's all still looking good. That's good. Oh, it was Calgary. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so that's okay. Good, 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 good. I don't like this one part. It only studs in with one stud on one side, and it's a pain. It is. It's a pain. Bricking with Kurt, liked your photo. Oh, thank you, Bricking with Kurt. When I promote a stream, I try and promote it in a bunch of places on Facebook and a little bit on Twitter and X or whatever they want to call it now. How stupid that you would change Twitter after all these years. I'll bet you they'll never get rid of the Twitter link, though. I bet you that never goes away. If someone breaks my stuff, that makes me, I will burn their cell phone or break their vehicle. Yeah. Just consider everything as a proportional response, right? Don't go overboard. Once you get to a certain age, people don't mess with you because they pretty much have figured it out. You're not someone to be messed with. You've done enough and seen enough, and you know where the proverbial bodies are buried. Am I? Where is it? There's that one piece. By the way, the quality of these bricks is just top notch, from look to clutch to shape. Not too sharp. Here, let's. Just checking where my family is. They're still up the street. Nice thing about being in Toronto is that everything is close. I got 3 major malls within 2 kilometers. Two subway stations within a kilometer and a half. I will see you next time. Nice chatting. Yeah, you take it easy, David. Shazam. Yeah, it was nice chatting with you, dude. Don't be a stranger. Come back often. Drop a like and all that good stuff. I don't bug people too much for that. I know I pissed off a few people in the last couple of days with my comments about the 72-hour stream, so they unsubscribed, and that's okay. That's their prerogative. I'm not concerned about it. Because some people actually alerted me that, you're not be very supportive. I go, does being your friend mean that I have to like everything you do? If so, then feel free to unsubscribe from it. Click, click, click. Some did. Perfect. Plenty of my friends do crap I don't like. So here's what's not terribly clear. Is which of these parts am I using? One that's 3 high or one that's 2 high? Ay, 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 ay. 2, 3, maybe one more, 4. I am hot though. Hey, JB. It was you we were talking about earlier with the microphone. Is that correct? I think I'm doing this one right. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Okay, everyone, I'm just going to mute it for a moment. There. I'll turn the mic back on. Whew. Oh my, yeah. Wow, I am really uncomfortable now. Of course, the lights are, when you have this many lights, it's something else too. Get wrenches. Doing good, doing good. Just a little hot and uncomfortable in Toronto. And I made the mistake of leaving my air conditioner off because I wasn't doing anything. I was just sitting on a couch, so I wasn't moving, so I wasn't feeling it. And I did have a fan on me. But then when I come into the studio, turn on the lights here, and it's like, oh God, it's so warm and hot. And I realized, oh, I haven't had the AC on in hours. It's like, foolish mistakes. So we're going to see how badly I screw this up. Hopefully not too badly. How's your day going, JB? So I don't know if you heard the question. Were you the one I was talking to earlier about the speakers? Two of these window pieces, two of these window pieces. Oh, Eileen, you've got so much cool stuff to learn with that TV. And what you can and can't do with your phone connected to it. Like earlier, I was sitting there, I was looking at a little YouTube video on the phone, and then it's like, you know what? Click. And I basically cast it to the TV, and then I just continue watching it on the TV. Like, really cool stuff that you're going to be able to do. But there's a learning curve, but once you got it figured out, and every TV's a little different. And like, you got a new Samsung, I've got an old Samsung. Yours is probably based on Tizen. Mine's based on whatever the old crap was. Because I know my mom's newer Samsung is vastly different from mine, even though it's a smaller TV. Awesome. No, I don't think so. What speakers? I can't remember who I was talking to. One of you guys had done a stream with the Boba Fett helmet on, and the mic levels were just so low that they're barely audible. And I had posted some suggestions on what the problem might be, what a possible fix might look like. It might be simpler than it might seem to fix, stuff like that. But if it wasn't you, then yeah, ignore. No biggie. Trying not to get my grubby mitts all over this clear plastic, but I know my fingerprints are going to be all over it anyway. I built one car, cleaned the outside really good, and then when I was done and I started taking pictures, I realized I had fingerprints on the inside of plastic, and it's like, virtually impossible to fix. Like, just bloody horrible. Okay, so I got two pieces here that are, I got to put some more on. Trans clear or smoked plates and tiles. Plate and a tile. My kingdom for one more piece. I mean, the good news is there we go. Probably 20 minutes to finish it. Plate and tile. Okay. Plate and tile. Okay. Plate and tile. So this piece, I want to say is going to go here. Is that supposed to be behind? Okay, we're going to assume that's behind. Aim these the other way. Okay, I gotta admit, this is kind of cool. And I'm going to assume there should be some angle to this. How's that so far? Oop. I gotta be careful because these doors are going to get much harder to open and close in a moment. Room right now for 3 or 4 figures. You don't get any figures with this set. Not a big deal. I'm not buying these for the figs. Okay, so we're more than halfway through the book. Actually, we're at like 53 out of 67-ish pages, so we're almost there. We are almost there. I want to thank everyone for hanging around and chatting with me. This is awesome. Tomorrow night, I think the plan is 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do new bricks. Two mystery packages. One, I half know what's in it, and one, I don't know what's in it because I got so many people right now promising to send stuff. A lot of it never pans out, or a lot of it, there ends up being a final detail that gets in the way. Usually it's me. JB, I'm going to head out, going to work on some stuff on your channel, work on a stop motion. Oh, cool. I love the stop motions. You take it easy, JB. Everyone check out JB Awesome on YouTube, okay? Feel free to post the link, JB. I'm pretty sure you already got a wrench beside your name. Okay. Are these the same two pieces? Okay. This one is the one I want right now. Nice. Okay. It's coming along nicely. Thank you, JB. No worries. You have a good night. Oh, I never. Hang on. I'm moving ahead too far. Okay. So, around the back. Gray piece. Cone. And a little red. You guys can't see it, but it's okay. See my beautiful eyelashes. Your eyelashes are always falling out, but mine are long and beautiful. So, okay. So that, then that. Okay, now I can collect some of what I need here. Slope. Slope. Black stud filled. Black stud filled. And one that looked like it's probably a silver. Okay, probably a silver. Probably a silver. And there's the link. Hey, no problem, dude. Just make sure, you know, reciprocate for other YouTubers and that when they come in your channel, you know, if they're not, as long as they're not spammy. Be nice, share the love. Yeah, you're going to miss the end here. We're getting close. Two stop sign bits in the front windscreen. Okay, so let's see if we can push this down. Nice. It's kind of funny. They open the door, but there's really no way that window would ever open. So it's kind of a dumb gimmick. Honestly, like, that's okay. That's okay. It'd be an interesting attempt to try and mock it so it would work. So not worth the trouble, though. Okay. 6x6, some 1x6s. We need some sliders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop, whoop. Don't go nowheres. How we in time? Just over an hour. That's not bad. 2 more panels here to make the roof. 2x6s, 1x6, and some 2x2s. So if I put this black piece here, then I can figure out everything else. Oh, that is so bad. Why would they do that? Hopefully they do something else to reinforce this. It's like, oh, guys, come on. That could be better. Right here, there's nothing holding that on right now. Very little, anyway. Is that supposed to be the bar? Okay, that's kind of a little sketchy, but okay. A 4-length bar, 2 plates with clips, 4 regular clips, and 2 trans clear rounded studs. I want to say hello to everyone on, even though I can't see it right now because I don't have the other apps open. Twitter, Twitch, and Kick. Thank you for watching. And as always, on my YouTube and Facebook. Thank you. Oh, is there going to be 4 of these? Okay, I need 4 of these trans blue. Okay. We'll preload them. I might go on someone else's streams after this, but I won't do another one tonight myself. Okay, I don't know if these should be that wide, but I'm going to set these wide for now. Sometimes connecting to a bar like this will be a telltale sign that something's of low quality, but these are all working pretty good right now. Oh, yeah. See what I mean about nothing connecting them? Like, oh, what a pain, what a pain. It's just not enough. There we go. That's our roof so far. But only the sliders are holding it together. One of these 16. Oh my God. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Looks like there'll be an extra one, so that's good news. And some jumpers. 1, 2, 3 jumpers. Jumper. 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 Now, this is interesting that they would use so many small ones, so I guess it works. I mean, these would be top-mounted lights, right? Chuck McDonald, a friend from... No, I can't. It's too fast. He will wait. So the same on this side. Okay. See, they have us do stuff in the wrong order sometimes. And it happens much more with mocks than it would with an actual real Lego set. Or, oh, and even the Chinese stuff will do the same. So they don't do enough play testing and build testing. Like Lego's perfected a lot of that. The order of execution and when to do stuff and how to do it in segments for the highest level of success, because you don't want to frustrate people. Because frustrated people tend to not buy more product. Okay, so there we go. A gray brick and a dark gray plate. Do I need two of them? I do. We're finally reinforcing. There we go. Now the roof shouldn't just crumble. One of these, Jesus, rod holders. Stud, tile, stud, black stud. I'm getting a black stud. There we go. Black stud. Green tile. Same thing on this side. Okay, not bad. So we've got one. Two by two, some silver grills. Silver grills. Silver grills. Da, 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 da. So silver grill, 2x2 plate, 2x2 plate, silver grill, silver grill. Where are these silver studs go? Again, this is another case of order of instructions. One of those and two clips. Where are these clips supposed to be? I'm going to assume the spacing is the same because I can't tell. That's virtually impossible. So page 60 out of 63, 5, what do we got? Sorry. 9 if you include all the stickers. 67 if you don't include the stickers. Clip or bar holder, stud, 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 stud. And do I have enough black studs left? Let's see. It's starting to thin out. So black, yellow, black, yellow. Black, yellow. Sorry, black, black, and it's a yellow, yellow. Let's see, this rod, whatever this is. I need clip, clip. One by six. Okay, 1x6, 2x4, silver grill, and a plate with a clip. So since it's a little hard to tell what order to do these in, lay down the one that's obvious. Work backwards. Ooh, okay. Looks good. 1 2x2, silver grill, silver grills. Okay, clip, clip. Um, Silver grill, 2x2 white. Those dirty buggers waited to the very end to have me put all the stickers on. Ah, evil people. Evil people. Red is trans red, trans clear. Okay, so we got kind of a red and white or red and clear light. And based on this, this should be looks kind of cool. There's our roof so far. I don't know. I haven't. I mean, other than there's one or two comments in our chat, I don't know anything more than you do right now. His new job position, and then additional responsibilities, keeping him busy. The hobby's not as important as it once was. There's that. Everything's more expensive for all of us. There's that. But yeah, I do miss my Ryan. I'm still hoping to get the new car sooner than later. Maybe surprise. Is there supposed to be a white stud in on us? Because that's going to be super. It's hard to tell if that's supposed to be a clear or a white. Because right now, I don't have white. Bucket loads of clear. And like when I look at the next steps, like here, one of those, Which should be one clear. I think they sacrificed. Yeah, this is what they've done, you know. Yeah, they've given me clear in place of some whites. Now that I'm looking. Which is too bad. I mean, I can probably just dig up a Lego white, but I really would like to not do that. Let me double check the instructions to see clear versus white. I think that was clear. Just to see if I've goofed. I mean, I see one potential spot, but we're going to go back. Oh, I have no doubt he's okay. It's just a matter of changing priorities. I mean, he's in great health, especially compared to a year and a half ago, right? So we're all very thankful. Okay, back to the halfway mark. So where were these? Okay, so that's clearly whites. Okay. Those seem to be clearly whites. Okay. So I got whites there and I got whites there. Okay. It's not like they give you a parts list in the beginning that I could have counted out if I was bothered to, but yeah. So it looks like what they did was by the abundance of clears, they gave me extra clears and shorted me on the whites, like a lot of extra clears. That's okay. So let's see how many am I short. Maybe what I'll do is we'll sub in. At this point, it would be 4 whites, not an insignificant number, but not a stupid, crazy number either. So hang on here. We put these here for now. So I'm missing 1 white there, 3 whites here, which would be yes. And then let's see for the rest of the build. This plus this, okay, that's a step right there. 1 dome, 1 wrench, 2 wrench, that's a step there. Those go on, these go together, and then these would be my extras. Okay, so I could sub in 4 whites. Give me a moment. Do I want to go from there? Oh, that could be a pain. I mean, no matter what, Legos. Gotta be a Lego, right? While I do it from here. I don't want to do it with open stuff. Maybe I do have to go to the bulk. Let's go to the bulk. Make it easier. But I need 4 studs in white. If I'm going to color accurate. Shazam! So I couldn't easily find what I was looking for. So my option is either to dump this out and steal some ones. Box of weight hand, which I shouldn't have actually. This shouldn't be here. All right. So I don't actually need to put the headphones on. Let's see if we can find 4 white studs. That are not hollowed out. I mean, that's hollowed out. I don't want them hollowed out. Because what's the instructions say? Pretty sure they're solid stud. They're solid stud. I need 4 solid studs. Okay, so. Oh, that's an ice cream. Haha, that's a flower. It'll be funny if I do this and I don't find them handy here. If not, then we'll just use the clear and be done with it. It says, oh, that's another flower. That's one. Definitely a lot of cool little bits in here. Okay, so that's two, maybe. Two solid. I'm doing my best to not dump the whole jar because the bottom levels look so cool. But yeah, Mould King, you screwed me on this one. It's not the instructions. Look, there's a little console. He's a little mismatched, but yeah, I toss him in because I have no intention of ever wasting time to finding his actual home. Not worth my trouble. Come on, two more. Oh, okay. What? And that's okay. One more. And that's it. Okay. So we're going to add 4 actual Lego bits, which I'm not fond of doing, but we're going to do it. There we go. I should have a contest. If someone guesses the amount of parts in this, I give them some big ass set. Okay. So let's finish. Let's finish our car. Let's see. Okay. So we're back to this. So we're going to take 1 and 1. At least they clutch together pretty good. Red clip. Brown bar. White plate on white plate. This on here. Yeah, see, there's no mistaking. What they wanted me to do was whites and not clear, so they goofed. They goofed. So that can go there. Silver. Oh, come on. That's another case of they really should be telling us to do that at a different point. So we got a step ladder here. Clip, clip. We're going to do that. Well, this is really only going on by one piece. Okay. One clip. So we'll push that down. Now we have radar dish. This one clip or wrench, as it were. Interesting. So it clips onto actually the ladder. Okay, so that's going to go on. And then if these are the last two, and everything else is stickers. So here's what I'm going to do. These are the spares. Let me take the tiniest little baggie I've got. Wish I had one even smaller, but I'm basically going to bury the spares in the set, so I'm not tracking them. Because I don't want to intermix the non-Lego into Lego. I don't mind stealing Lego and throwing it into this stuff. I have so much of it generally. But this stuff does not intermingle with the Legos. So they stay here. And if I had a part like this one part, if I had something for it to stick into, then I wouldn't even do this. I would just stud everything in, but don't. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to roll this up as small as possible. And we're literally just going to bury this. As much as I reasonably can. There we go. Hopefully that all stays. If that's not right, I'll have to fix it, but let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, okay. And there we go. That's the car. Unfortunately, I have got lots of stickers. Lots and lots and lots of stickers. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. Okay. Very cool build. Definitely a little on the finicky side. Rolls okay. And now I got to put these on. And there's nothing about this that's going to make this easy. Like, all of this could have been done beforehand in a better way. Uh, 13, okay. We'll use that as our first experiment. License plate. Okay, so first thing I learned, the stickers are big. Very big. This would definitely have been better if I could have stickered along the way. Okay. One. And might as well do the other 13 since I know where that's going. Oh dear God, you are horrible. You are horrible. Wow, that is not cool. I got no good way to push that down either. Your results may vary, folks. Okay. Let's see. If I focus on the back, 8, 8, 8, 9. So they are very specific. 8. Okay. Oh, so they're not trans clear. So that's good, I guess, kind of, sort of. As you can see, they're not trans clear. I thought they would be. So we'll use my technique as best as I can. For best results. Let's see. 7. Ultimately, if I just had the logos on, I would be happy. But we have the stickers. Having non-Lego stickers handy doesn't help me. No one wants non-Lego ones, so. Now, what they did do a good job is the white of the sticker is a darn near perfect match to these bricks. And I dare you to find where Lego is that close with their stickering, because they're not. So they're CMYK. Is that what? That's the color coding. These guys did it like damn near perfect. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. 3 is what I need here. I think I could do the whole stickering in 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, so there's the rear. Now we'll start plastering this side as much as we can. 14. Which one's going to be 14? Oh, that is horrible. You are horrible. You would do this to me. Okay. Like it when I say they're big, I mean they are big. And the reason I use this squeegee-like method is to get the best adhesion possible. So even if it's sketchy glue, it should work. I'm going to leave that off for now. Just because there's plenty of nasty to do. So I'm glad they're not clear, because clear would be a pain. These are painful enough. I mean, yeah, they are quite large. Wow. They definitely are die cut bigger than Legos. So they definitely cover more of the surface, but the color matching is like perfect. So the better job I can do, the better this is going to look. Number 9. Okay. Who you gonna call? There we go. Not bad. I mean, slightly higher than I would like, but we're gonna take that. Okay, good. Number 1. First number 1. There's more ones. This reminds me a lot when I did the UCS one. There was a lot of stickers. But yeah, it's looking really good right now. Okay, across the bottom, I mean 11. No, is it? Where? 14's done. Okay, we won't do 10. So this is 11. That's 4. All the way across that piece. Can I, let's see, oh, it's not going to help me use it. Don't want to be disassembling, but sometimes for some of these, I get a better result if I disassemble. Let's see. So the assumption is this is just going to be as big and nasty as everything else. So get it on the edge and go. Now that was perfect. Doesn't really get much better than that. And what's nice is these have a nice gloss to them, so they naturally put up with this squeegee effect pretty good. push too hard with even the Lego ones, they can deteriorate. So that was a good one. I'm glad we took that off. There we go. Beautiful. 2 here. Number 5, 4, 5. It all looks like poop or chocolate. I guess it depends how you think. And for whatever reason, there's more stickers on this side than on the other side. Ooh. I really don't want to drop that one just yet. That was better. Lifting the sticker is just generally not a good idea, but the first lay down just wasn't good. And these ones are pretty forgiving. This is not bad. Just gonna roll that screwdriver into that little hole. Nice. One day, when I say I won't do the stickers, I won't do the stickers. But oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Just popped a piece off. I can feel it. I feel like there's 2 pieces, and I honestly think like there should have been a hose on this. And I don't know if it's because they designed this and this didn't design it and they didn't want to include some harder to get parts. Okay, that's as good as that one's going to get. Okay, let's turn this around. Let's see how lucky we are. So that's the progress of the stickers. 10. Let's get 10 on. 10. They're not bad stickers. They're shiny, so they will show, but they're good color match. Yeah, I saw Afterlife. I didn't hate it, and I definitely liked it much better than the All Lady cast, unfortunately, because, well, as much as I loved all those individual actresses on their own, they were slammed with what was I think a very poorly written movie, and it's unfortunate that they carried the brunt of that. Here, we're gonna take this piece off again, since I did it on the other one. We had really good results. 12? 12. Yeah, I didn't mind Afterlife, and I could see the potential for another one if they bothered. Yeah. I mean, I think for the most part, we just want to forget the one with the ladies. I mean, and you know what's sad? The one with the ladies could have worked. I just think they needed a better story. And they needed a better way of tying in all the people. Because I think they could have made it a much more like a Star Trek TNG thing, and we wouldn't have crapped on it so badly. Because I remember Star Trek TNG, and a lot of people didn't like it. It took a while for us to take to it, even though the acting was pretty good, and the effects were decent and stuff. Like there was story elements and the connection to characters and stuff. And just taking the time to get the stories right and the connections to the characters. Once you get that right, everything else falls in place. It practically will write itself. Liked how they gave Harold a great role. Yeah, and that was important too. That was really important, I think. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do. I feel like I'm short a sticker or I used one in the wrong spot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do everything but and see what happens. Yeah, I really hate putting on the stickers once the things are built. I can almost always do a better job afterwards. Okay. I have figured out that I do need another tool doing this. There we go. Tiny, tiny, tiny little bubble. Okay. What's left? What's left? What's left? 4. Okay. And we all loved Harold. Harold Williams. GhostBusters. Well, I mean, the first one, the second one was good, but I mean, the first one. I mean, to me, that's a childhood classic for me. It's. I mean, what was that? Mid '80s. I want to say 84 to 86, somewhere in there. I can't remember. But it was such a good movie, even for the time. And the movie holds up. That's the thing. The movie holds up. It looks good. It doesn't look too timed out. I mean, yeah, I've seen some of New York from back in the day, but 8. Okay. Okay, I no longer think I goofed. 1, 2. Who are you gonna call? I don't even know if my daughter has actually seen it. I mean, there's so many movies that even now at 19, I don't know if she's seen it. I don't know if I've been a good enough parent forcing her to see stuff that I think she should see. Okay, and what's left? This should be a 1. And it's a little blurred in that photo. And okay, good. Oh, sorry. Looks reasonably accurate. Last sticker. And then I will cut part of that, and I'll put that number underneath. Since that'll give me the set number. Ooh. Usually use my finger, but you're in recovery mode. There we go. Last sticker, well, almost last sticker. Very nice. I have to put at least one part back on the car. This has to come back on. It's the antenna. And we're going to cut the sticker. I don't have scissors here? No, we don't. So I'm just going to use the snips. It'll do nicely enough. No, I almost messed that up. Just so that I can peel off a number. Because it will not be easy down the road to recall set numbers. So I put the set number there. And I don't know if that'll focus. But anyway. That's all that. Ta-da! You're done. So let's see. Okay, so take that here. No earthquake time, because, well, what would we be without earthquake time? Move the garbaggio around. And let's see. Boom. That is very weird. Let me see. There. That was odd. There we go. Little bookie. But yeah, great looking car. We've got a little V8 in there. Some nice stickers. And it's a pretty good match. Look at the whites. They match pretty good. Little ladder. Door opens, although kind of ridiculous because, well, you can't get in there, but I applaud the effort. But there we go. Yeah, you know, for 20-ish bucks, not bad. I got two nights of builds out of it. You spent some time with me, and I appreciate that. But yeah, come up pretty slick. What happens if, there we go. Star of the show. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging with me these 2 evenings. What time is it? Oh, my goodness. Almost, actually, it is after 8 p.m. Friday and 8 Eastern. Okay, so Saturday 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do new bricks. We're going to have a couple guys on, but it's mostly going to be me talking about a couple packages. So I hope you guys join us 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. I'll put the link up before I go to bed. That's the plan anyway. Okay, everyone. Eileen, thanks for hanging around with me, and JB Awesome, and everyone else who's been around on Kick, Twitter, Twitter/X, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Thanks for hanging with me, and catch you tomorrow. Peace.